Hey guys, I hope you're well. So today we're just continuing our thought for the day and our series on the Armour of God. And the one I'm going to cover today is all about the shield of faith. And I'm appropriately dressed for today. I've got my favourite t-shirt on, which is a shield, funnily enough. If you know or are a fan of any of the Marvel movies, it's Captain America. And I'm a big fan of him. I really geek out over Captain America. But you see, like, he has a lot of strength, he has a lot of abilities, but he needs a shield to be able to protect himself from many situations. And I think it's really interesting when we talk about faith and seeing this whole passage that it's been described as a shield. And I think sometimes, like, the situations we're in, and you could think about the current situation with the COVID-19 as, like, it can really stop us having faith, like, to think, why would God do this? Or in our individual situations, and we can't understand the difficulties that we are in. But to have a shield is to be able to protect ourselves from thinking that God can't work in these situations, or God doesn't care about us or loves us. He's really present within all these things. There's a verse I really like in Matthew 17 verse 20, and you may want to read it, but it talks about having faith even as small as a mustard seed that you could ask for a mountain to be lifted up and be moved and thrown into the ocean. And you think, well, how is that ever going to be possible, and how can it require so little faith? And I think this passage is trying to say, while we might not be able to be moving any mountains anytime soon, we know that God can do incredible things in these situations, and it just requires us to have some faith and ask Him to work in that situation. I think that's the point it's trying to get across, that He is immeasurable in what He can do and the power. And there might be things that you might find hard to believe that can happen, but it's to believe that God can work through any situation, no matter how hopeless that situation might be. And I've seen that a number of times in God, that I just couldn't believe that He was able to do something in a particular situation, with family being unwell, with things that I just couldn't see. And that goes into a quote I love by Martin Luther King, which talks about, faith is about taking the first step without seeing the whole staircase. It's about, like, Peter walking on the water, where Jesus is asking him to come out. It all requires us to have some faith. So maybe you want to think about a situation now where you're thinking, where could I have more of that faith? Where am I not believing God's going to really work? And it might not be the outcome we absolutely ideal or think about, but, we'll see things come through what He's doing. I hope that's an encouragement to you guys, and hope you're all staying well. All right, God bless.